Yes, it's me, Eldridge Cooke from eldridgecooke.com, and I'm going to do a little segment on a section of the business plan that always seems quite difficult. We all have to deal with it. It's always there, but it's a part that is, and it's the part that we're most interested in, to be honest. But it's when you have to think about it, write it down, or go through an Excel spreadsheet. That's your clue. It's just like, well, that's the point when you can, after going through all of the sections of the business plan, when you get to this part, it may be just easy to just forget it. The cash flow forecast. The cash flow forecast. And on top of that, people want you to write 5 years of the cash flow forecast. But what this video is about is to say, don't make it too difficult for yourself. Don't make fear kick in. Don't make an excuse that, boy, I can't do that because it looks so difficult, all those numbers. And the thing is, with a cash flow forecast, it can make you fearful because it actually shows you that you could actually make thousands of whatever your currency is, whether it's pounds, dollars, yen, marks, whatever, francs. It makes you really realize, wow, I could actually do this. So this idea that I've got, I think that's what happens to people. This idea that I've got is actually quite scary because I can make X, Y, Z amount of money. Like, I did an exercise with a client last week, and they were making some money, but when I'd done a basic cash flow scenario with them, and this was really basic, because I think it's better to look at it basic, and it can motivate you to do the bigger, create the bigger picture. The smile on the client's face just made me smile, because you could tell that he was talking to himself and saying, well, I've never earned that type of money in my life. But that's why the cash flow forecast is important, because it's just a forecast. You're almost guessing, but it's a good exercise to really, guess or dream about what your potential earnings could be. But before you think about how much you could earn, you have to think about your pricing. What are you pricing your product or service at? What is it that you're going to price your product or service at? Yeah, so you write that down. Then you have to look at, and this is what a lot of people miss, is what are your costs of goods or costs of service. That just simply means, what do you have to do, what monies do you have to pay out to make your product or create your service. And you've got to remember, it's like, now I'm driving and I'll be consuming fuel, petrol, whatever you want to call it. So I have to calculate how much fuel it takes me to get to my venue, because today I'm running a workshop. I'm going to run around for the day before the workshop, but you have to think about how much fuel it costs, how much does it cost me to actually hire the venue. I then put on light refreshments. How much do they cost? How much is my time? How much do I charge per hour? So when you start to put these things together, you get what we call the cost of goods. So the cost of goods are then taken away from what you charge for your product times how many times you sell it or your service, and then you're left with a figure which is basically your profit margin. So in cash flowing, I'm talking about one event that I'm running tonight, and whatever business you do. But then you've got to think about, let me now times that by, if we've got 12 months in a year and I did one event or so, one product a month, then you times that figure by 12. Yeah, kind of simple. So if you have 4 events a month, then you times that by 12. That is more a service business. That'd be someone like me, a coach who runs workshops, who goes out and speaks to people. I have to times how many of those potential events that I'm going to run or coaching situations I'm going to have, and I have to times that, and that would tell me, that would give me the flow of my profit. It will give me the flow of how much it will cost me to actually do that. And in some instances, when you do this math again, it can go the other way, because it can show you that actually there's no cash flowing in your business. So you may have the clients, but you may not have the cash to actually get to your clients. So right now, again, I'm driving. If I don't have the cash flowing, I can't get any gas or petrol or fuel, whatever you call it. So this is why it's good to think about the cash flow forecast, think about it in years. And as I said, with Excel, we're in technology time now. You do it once, you'll be able to, you know, get somebody who's good at it. If it's not your forte, get somebody else who's good at that sort of stuff to do it for you. Maybe pay them, or, you know, work out an arrangement with them. But it gives you an idea of, one, if your idea is even viable. Two, it shows you probably got a viable idea, but at some stages of your business life, you may run out of cash. So if you know that in advance, this is where the banks kick in. This is where a loan from a friend kicks in. But it's better that you can go and say, look, in month 4, I'm going to have a little dip there, but by month 6, I would have doubled that profit situation. Yeah. So that's why it's called the cash flow. Because with anybody, if you are even a seasoned business person out there, you know that some months are better than others when it comes to your cash flow. Yeah. So the cash flow forecast, that's why it's such even for me, I avoid it. I'm not going to lie, but I'm able to kind of work out quick formulas to understand how far I can go on a specific flow. And as you get more experienced in business, you kind of have different ways of working that out. And if your business gets bigger and you expand and you scale, you'll definitely have someone who can work that out for you. But I know for a lot of startups or a lot of small business people, or people thinking about getting into business, that part, the cash flow forecast, is an annoying tool. But it's very beneficial, and more people who understand how simple it is, or what they can get out of it, they will take more time to concentrate on it, because it's important. And many businesses crash and burn, not because they weren't a good business, but because they never looked at that cash flow, and just one day they looked at the bank and they didn't have any money to go and buy the materials, for example, to make their product. So therefore they could have 10 contracts ready to purchase from them, but they didn't forecast, look into the future, guess that they would actually have needed that extra injection of cash in order to complete their orders. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. That's why cash, don't forget it. Don't just think because you got cash you're king, because there's another saying, cash is king. Absolutely. But just cash on its own, without no thought, no planning, no forecasting, no, it's air. It's not what it is. And I know a lot of people, because of the background that I come from, there's a mindset that if you've got money, yeah, if you've got cash, you can go into business. If you've got cash, you can go into business. But that mindset doesn't take in consideration the cash flow. It doesn't take into consideration, even if you've got loads of money, what will happen over a period of time is that the money will just keep going through the business. You will never know if you're in profit or loss. That's another sheet, profit or loss. We'll talk about that another day. But you'll never know. And this one day you'll either throw the business down because you think it's not making money, but it's not that it's not making money. You never looked at your financial part of your business plan, or you never wrote a business plan at all. So hopefully that's clear, the cash flow forecast and the importance of it. But don't make it too serious. Just understand that it's for you. It will benefit you. It will benefit you to go to the bank. It will benefit you to go to the investor. It will benefit you on seeing into the future. It's like a crystal ball, really. And you know, none of us don't have any crystal ball in our life, but the cash flow forecast is the closest thing to that in business. And it's only a guess. You know, you could far exceed what your cash flow forecast says, or you can fail it, because really, point blank is, it comes down to action. and what you're prepared to do in order to make your business work. But you would have seen my other videos, so you know that's all I talk about. I just talk about people being better versions of themselves. A lot of the stuff I talk about is in business, because I think business is life and life is business, to be honest, and it's all about a mindset. Well, you know what to do. Comment on this video, share this video, like this video, and yeah, just check out all the other videos that I've got, and you know, let's build this team, let's build this you know, community of men who are just really feeling like being better versions of themselves. They're prepared to raise their roar. They want to be that lion in the jungle, and they just want to, yeah, raise their roar. I won't roar because I'm chewing a chewing gum, it might spit out. But yeah, so listen, that was cash flow forecast. Thank you very, very much for watching this video, and I shall see you soon. And as you see, that most of my videos, a lot of my videos, I'm going to go back to the studio and do some more serious ones. But tell me if you prefer the videos on the move, or if you prefer the videos when I'm in a different kind of setting. And as I said, tell me what you need me to talk about, and I shall surely do that. Have a wonderful day. Raise your roar. Yeah, do your thing. Take care. Eldridge Cooke, eldridgecooke.com.